Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Maverick here today with the final episode of Koyomimonogatari. I came here directly after episode 11, so I do expect this episode to also follow up from episode 11, although that would be a first, right? To have an actual storyline that crosses episodes here within Koyomimonogatari, because up to this point it's all been one-offs with very little relation towards the main series, right? Though, and even here, I don't know, right? It's talking a little bit about Kagenui and Ononoki, but is that really central to the series? Don't really know, but well, let's just see how exactly this ends and if there is a bigger point to the entire, Koyomi Monogatari branch here. All right, let's begin in 3, 2, 1, play. March. What? Uh-huh. So yeah, it is a continuation. Oh. Mm-hmm. Oh, hello. Koyomin. And it just had to happen right before he took his entrance exam. The story that branches here. Right. She'll just disappear, right? I kind of have the feeling that this entire side story was just building up to this particular episode here. Right. All shogi pieces. So that's... yeah. Okay. So all the way up to now we've been seeing all the other girls, eh? What? She wanted him to be the king? I don't quite follow this. Archers. Aren't you supposed to know everything, girl? Make what move? So basically what Gain is saying that something that Koyomi does is going to be a move even though he doesn't know what it is. This is going to be bad for Araragi, isn't it? Oh. Holy crap. Whoa. What? Well, thank you, Araragi. That is quite ironic, but more to the point, what the hell just happened? Alright. And there seems to be more even after the ending here. Wow, is this... But I don't get it. If this is supposed to happen in the books before the final arc, or final seasons, then this would have no impact at all if we watch this after the final seasons, right? If we go by anime order. Well, like I said, there's some more at the end there. But holy crap, that was cool, right? Going full circle to the beginning of this particular episode, with Araragi saying that he was cut up in, like, every single place. And also a callback to the fact that the biggest obstacle was actually getting to the test itself, to the entrance exam. Yeah, quite ironic that... But again, it kind of makes sense in a lot of ways, right? If we go, again, towards my theory of, once you enter college and whatnot, you basically grow out of this kind of stuff. Grow out of aberrations. I'll talk a little bit more at the end here. Let me... Okay, and who are you going to meet? Obviously he's gonna meet someone, right? Who exactly is it gonna be? Ogi? Hmm? Hachikuchi? Wow, it's been a while. Kamimashita! Alright. I had my suspicions that it might be her, if this really was, like, kind of in the situation between the living world and the aberration world. But, again, I'll see you guys after this. Well, now, I think it's safe to say that the whole purpose of this particular series is in these last episodes, right? Which really push something forward in terms of the entire story. Like, obviously the other stuff, there's backstory and so on and so forth as well, but here is when the shit gets real. And it's certainly really cryptic, right? But I think maybe what it's trying to get at is due to Araragi's inactions, like his stubbornness to do anything proactively about this current balance of things and situation. I think that's what Guyan is trying to get at here. Now, obviously, I don't know what exactly they want him to do, and so on and so forth. Like, what exactly is he supposed to do? Maybe his entire situation with Shinobu and whatnot, right? This sort of half vampire, half human kind of existence, but not embracing either side. Maybe that's what's causing problems and so on and so forth. But certainly, I think what it's getting at is that somebody needs to do something about the status quo, right? The status quo cannot be kept, and so that is why Guyan stepped in. Now, obviously, what that actually is, maybe we'll have answers to that at the end of the season, right? And so that was actually why I thought that Ogi was going to be the one who showed up at the very end there, maybe allowing us to understand, like, what exactly is going on. And obviously Ogi knows something about the entire situation that we don't know, and Araragi doesn't know, so I would say that she's probably a major catalyst in everything that's happening and in how to resolve the entire situation, right? But instead, it's Hachikuchi, which Mayoi-chan, it certainly is nice to see her once again. This is the second time we've seen her in this particular series here, ever since that she was kind of removed from the main series, right? So I guess in the end, because this is supposed to happen chronologically as well, I suppose in the end, my theory did come true. We do get to see Hachikuchi once again, although probably not, probably not permanently, right? We'll have to see about that. And the thing about all this is, I keep going back to the point of the entrance exam. So once again, it is ironic that it's happening right here, right on perhaps one of the most important days of his future life and whatnot. But I do think that it makes perfect sense from a meta perspective, where I think I've mentioned numerous times in previous series as well that I feel like the entire Monogatari series is really just a coming of age story, right? And the various aberrations are supposed to represent various problems that you go through as you go through puberty, as you go through adolescence, and so on and so forth, right? And I mentioned the entire theory before, right? Where once you enter college and whatnot, or you graduate from high school, you actually put a lot of this stuff behind, and that's why most shonen and whatnot always deal with people who are still in their mid schools or high schools, right? That's not, it's definitely not by coincidence that most of these works, like 99% of the works, always deal with somebody within a high school setting, or at least some sort of school setting, right? Unless it's some sort of fantastical world where modern day logic does not apply. And that is because there is generally this kind of cutoff point once you get through high school that, okay, beyond that, you are an adult now. You're not supposed to indulge yourself in these kinds of fantasy and, this kind of fantasy, right? So you could argue that once Araragi takes the entrance exams and whatnot, he would be well on the path to leaving all of this behind. So in essence, that this is the last point where he can actually act on this, right, and actually do something about it. Now, obviously, I know later on he's due to the entire situation with Kambaru and whatnot, right? We do know that, it's not like he's just gonna leave all the other girls and leave his acquaintances and whatnot, but I'm more talking about a perspective where he doesn't really have anything to do with these aberrations anymore. In fact, I would be willing to venture a guess and say in the future, he will not have aberrations within his life, right? I certainly don't think that he's going to walk a path similarly to Oshino or Gaian or Kagenui or Kaiki or the others. He's probably going to be just a normal, college student who's going to live a normal life from now on. No, just guesses. We'll have to see what happens at the very end there. But I do feel like from that kind of perspective, these things happening at the time that they do does make a lot of sense, right? Because this is literally like the last chance for these things to start happening. That is still a critical point, right? And so later on, once he takes the entrance exams and so on and so forth, or maybe I'm looking a little bit too much into this, right? Before he actually fully graduates from high school, maybe, that is the length of time when he still has the time to do all these various stuff and have all these adventures, if you can call them that, with the aberration encounters, I guess is a better word, with the aberrations and whatnot. So yeah. And that's basically my thoughts for this episode and, in essence, this particular season or series, right? So, in any case, after this, it's about time to get into the final season here. Now, probably not immediately next week. I kind of want to finish up some other stuff as well, but, definitely sometime. If not in these recent weeks, then at least as part of next season, right? I do want to get on with the entire Monogatari series and watch the full ending to this already. So do keep that in mind, and stay patient if it doesn't happen immediately. So bear with me on that. But in any case, thank you guys, and I will see you guys next time.